Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another action figure review with Nerdity Absurdity. This time we're looking at DC Multiverse Harley Quinn. I really like this figure. This is the Harley Quinn I chose for my collection for several reasons, but first off, you can tell it's just her expression. Just look at that face. Look at that grit. It's like she knows she's done something, and you don't know what it is, and she knows you don't know, and she's just ready to pull something over on her. It's not super expressive. It's subtle, which is one of the reasons why I like it. Also, I chose this as kind of the Harley Quinn for my collection because she's just it's animated series Harley Quinn. I really like this design in general. Obviously, this is kind of the first Harley Quinn. A lot of the Harley Quinns that people of my age, not that I'm going to say what that is, are used to and grew up with. And of course, that iconic voice performance and everything, and just a lot of personality with this character. They've done a lot of things over the years to try to make Harley Quinn very, very sexy and stuff like that, and that's fine. But I think this version kind of fulfills both roles. I think she can still be plenty sexy, but this jumpsuit also makes her kind of childish and mischievous at the same time. So, with this version of Harley does it all. I think some of these designs go too far with like the thongs on the outside and things like that. That's not particularly my taste. If you like that, fine. But it's not my interpretation of the character. Anyway, let's get to it. So she comes with, as do all of the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures, trading card. There's your Harley Quinn trading card there. And there's your data file on the back. You can read all about her. Uh, so that's one thing. She also comes with this dope mallet. I really like this mallet. This is one of the reasons I wanted to get this figure too. Some of these accessories are very, very cool. Really nice paint work on that mallet. You can see the Harley Quinn diamonds on the side. You got just a general kind of bullseye on one side, and then oh no, it's a dead smiley face. It cracks me up. Even the kind of the painting on the bandaging or wrapping on the mallet is really cool, and she can hold it. I kind of had to loosen up her hand for her to hold it. You kind of have to maneuver around the thumb, but she holds it somewhat. Kind of making her fall over now because she's holding this heavy mallet in front of her. If I got her. So we'll take that out of her hand. As you were, Miss Quinn. And she also comes with this, and I love this. This is the Joker's bang gun. It's typically used by the Joker. You got some nice kind of bright metal painting. It's a tiny bit bent. It was like that in the packaging, but I'm not really worried about that. You got brown on the handle. Got kind of the big dum-dum bullet barrel, and then bang. Of course, what's supposed to happen there is shoot the bullet. It says bang. Oh, you weren't really going to shoot me. Shoots it again. Boom. This actually flies into you and skewers you like an arrow. So that's cool. She does have a trigger finger hand, so she can hold that. Again, you kind of have to maneuver that. These multiverse figures, you kind of have to maneuver them into... That actually worked out very well for whatever reason. She's going to shoot you there. That was as simple as I've done it. When I first got the figure, I kind of had to maneuver that in. I find that with guns and most of these multiverse McFarlane DC multiverse figures. Batman's actually just out of frame here. You can see he's holding his hi Batman, holding his bat grapple there, and that usually takes some finagling in what to get him into position. Something interesting about Batman as opposed to Harley Quinn, as we're talking about accessories, Batman is standing by himself. Obviously, he's got the support of the cape behind him, which will probably help for ballast, but I mean, got his legs kind of in a splayed position, and he's standing. And it wasn't too difficult from what I recall to get him into that position. Harley does not stand. She's got these tiny little feet, but she does come with, she's standing right now, aid of a DC Multiverse. See, there's the DC logo, peg stand. All of these figures come with that. It's for some figures it's useful, for some not. If they're heavy, that peg isn't going to do anything. For Harley, who's not too heavy, got kind of spindlier limbs there. She stands quite nicely, actually, using that. So that's nice. I like that. So, looking at the figure in more detail, again, we have her wonderful expression there. I love that. That's not a straight up white, maybe because it's painted over black or something like that, but it's almost kind of got like a bluish tinge to it, it looks like. It's not as white as, say, the collar. The collar I also really like. It's got these, I don't know how well you can see that. A little bit. It's got those grooves in it. Makes it really look like cloth. There's a lot of things here that really look like cloth, actually. You can see a little bit of the wrinkling on the side on the hat. You got some wrinkling there as well, also around the back. And that's really nice. That's just some really nice detailing going on there. It's kind of her chest and her arms. Coloring is lovely. There you get the hands with the cuffs. Cuffs are nice. No shading or anything there, but I like them. So look at the blue in her eyes. Isn't that cool? I love that. Just the eyes are eyelids are kind of down a little bit. That expression. It's just a really cool expression. You get some of this diamond detailing here. Black on one side, red on the other. Same thing on the legs, only they don't do it thigh for thigh. One's on the thigh and one's on the ankle here. And around the back, yeah, diamonds on the butt. And that's what she looks like from behind. And again, you can see really, really spindly legs. The shoes are very nice, though. I like these. They're almost like elf shoes. Very pointy. They got that lip around the back. But yeah, very, very tiny pegs. Tiny gams for her to be standing on. So that's what's going on there. In terms of your articulation, Harley Quinn can look down so much. She can look right down at her belly button. Looks up a bit. You think she'd be able to look up more? Not so much. There's kind of a notch in the back for her to do so. She can look up a little bit. Not so much. But looks down quite a deal. Doesn't matter. She's not a flying figure. As for the shoulders, they can move up so far. And you see how these are sculpted so that they're draped? They almost look like cloth that's being draped around. And they've also got a little bit of give. Softer plastic than the rest of the body. They're not going to come into the way of your arm. That's on a butterfly joint. So you got a lot of nice back and forth. And you can rotate this. It's a little stiff there for me. But you can rotate this 360. She's got the bicep swivel over there. Double jointed elbows. I'm always nervous when trying a double jointed elbow for the first time. You never know if it's going to snap or something weird. Action figures are physical and they do break. Okay, her hand. It moves up and down. Just a little bit. It's on a ball, so you can rotate that all the way around there as you like. In terms of the chest, goes back. Not a lot. Goes down a little bit more. But the nice thing is, there is the waist seems to be on a peg, so you get a lot of movement that way. So she can go side to side. You can bend her forward quite a bit. She can crunch forward quite a bit doing that. And that's nice. Look at her looking down, whatever is down there. She can go back quite a ways. So there is no gappage in the chest there. Some other figures have that. I'm looking at you, Storm, from the Retro X-Men. Still love you, Storm. You can see gappage down there. Doesn't really bother me. You can also see the paint doesn't go down all the way, the black paint. You can see kind of the red there. Doesn't really bother me because you can kind of maneuver that, whatever. In terms of the legs, they kick out about yay far. There is no upper thigh cut. Can kind of bend it around. Not too much, though. So they can kind of go out if you want her to kick more. The knees, I had her in this position before. You could see there's kind of a bump in the knee, and that's because double jointed at the knees. So Harley Quinn can almost kick her own butt. So flexibility there. As for the shoe or the foot, it's on a ball peg. Like a lot of these DC Multiverse figures, these can be very stiff, and sometimes they can be in the wrong position. Like, you had the foot like that, and you're trying to turn it, it's not going to do. You have to look for this little groove line. That'll tell you the direction you can rotate. So sometimes you have to grab the ball itself, push it with your finger, and then you can up, down quite a lot, actually. You can see she kicks. You can have broken leg Harley Quinn over here. Whoop! You can have broken body Harley Quinn. That's never happened before. She popped off the ball peg. But she pops right back on, so that's nice. But yeah, if you wanted to, Batman broke my leg, Mr. J broke my leg, you can do that. Oh, also, bloop! Lots of toe articulation there. These are actually very loose, so you can even just, with my finger, you can see how I'm doing that. Off the camera there, sorry. And then, yeah, nice ankle pivot as well. But it does make it harder because of these ball joints on the legs for her to stand. I believe that's one part of it. The other thing is just very small legs. I can kind of get her standing on her own. There, she's standing on her own. See there, one foot's kind of in front of the other. You can kind of maneuver it, but that's why you have this stand. She works pretty well on this stand, gotta say. I got her in kind of a 1 foot up in the air while standing on the stand. Lasted for quite a while, actually. So that was pretty good. But yeah, that's the figure in a nutshell. Now let's see if she can hero pose. So let's see, she does the splits this much. There's the joint there, just for more reference. Just because I forgot, there's the peg in the foot. That's what that looks like. So she can do the splits, which is good if you want her to hero pose. So we're going to try to hero pose her right now. I'm going to say no. No, that's not really a hero pose. I can't really find many action figures that do the hero pose. Kind of. But she's not really looking up. She's not really looking out. Yeah, but anyway, that's the figure. I am pretty happy with her. Pretty happy with well, you see that, yeah, it's a good figure. It's got a lot of personality, comes with some cool accessories. So if I were to scan her, give her the Doctor Who rating of pass, happy buy. Oh, by the way, because I think prices are important, it was $25. Found it in a Facebook ad. I don't know if you can find her everywhere. A lot of places will have her listed for that price or lower, but she's often not in stock. Anyway, Harley Quinn, happy buy.